Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I'm going to explain about TOEFL preparation part 4, skill 16 up to 20. This is the outline for today's lesson. Skill 16, past participles of the have. Skill 17, present participles or past participles of the be. The next skill, base form verbs of the modals. Skill 19, singular and plural nouns. Skill 20, countable and uncountable nouns. For the first lesson is about past participles of the have. Whenever you see the verb have in any of its form, have, has, having, and had, be sure that the verb that follows it is in the past participle form. So after those forms of have, has, having, and had, must be followed by past participle. Have a look at the example. We had complete the work. They have went to the market. Those two sentences have asterisk. Those two asterisk indicate errors. The first one, we had complete the work. We can find had in the sentence past participle or verb 3, not complete but completed. We had completed the work. The second example, they have went to the market. We can also find an asterisk. It indicates an error. After have must be followed by verb 3 or past participle. When must be gone. They have gone to the market. Verb forms of the have. Have. There are many forms of have. Have, has, having, and had. Those are forms of have that must be followed by past participle or verb 3. The next lesson is about present participles or past participles after be. The verb be in any of its form, am, is, are, was, were, be, been, being, can be followed by another verb. This verb should be in either the present participle or verb ing or the past participle form or verb 3. If you use be plus present participle, it is in the form of progressive. If you use be plus past participle of verb 3, it is in the form of passive voice. Have a look at the example. They are turned on all the lamps. The office door is locked in the evening. Those two are incorrect sentences. We can find asterisk. Those asterisks indicate errors. The first example, they are turned on all the lamps. We can find a verb be, are. They are turned on all the lamps. Have a look at the sentence. Determine whether the sentence is in the form of active or passive sentence. If it is an active sentence, you must use present participle. They are turning on all the lamps because we have verb be in this part. So after verb be, there are two possibilities: present participle or past participle. If the sentence is semantically based on the meaning is an active sentence, so after be, we must have present participle. But if the sentence is in the form of passive voice, like the second example, the office door is locked in the evening. Based on the meaning, the office door is locked by someone. So this is in the form of passive voice. So after be, we must have past participle or verb 3. So the meaning is a passive meaning. the office door is locked in the evening. So first, determine whether the sentence is a passive sentence or active. If it is an active sentence, you must use present participle, verb aim. If it is a passive sentence, you must use past participle or verb 3. Have a look at the table. Verb forms after P plus the first one, present participle for active sentence, for active meaning, and P plus past participle for passive meaning. Hopefully, you can follow my explanation up to this. Okay, we go on to the next material, base form verbs after modals. Whenever you see a modal such as will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, or must, you should be sure that the verb that follows it is in its base form. Have a look at the example. You must telling her truth. We can find out an asterisk indicating an error because there is a modal must here. Yeah, a modal must be followed by a base form of a verb. Not telling but tell. You must tell her truth. You must tell her truth. The child may comes in now. We can also find may. May is a kind of modal that must be followed by a base form of a verb. Not comes but come. The child may come in now. Have a look at example. Verb forms after modal. Modal plus base form of the verb. Okay, the next singular and plural nouns. Scale 19. He just finished several books. He studied each chapters. Have a look at the example. Number 1. Example. The first example. He just finished several books. We can find out an asterisk indicating an error. Why? Because several is an expression of quantity for plural nouns. So not book but books with S. That's why book is the incorrect part of the sentence. She studied each chapters. We can also find an asterisk in this sentence because it is constituted an incorrect sentence. Have a look at the expression of quantity. Each. Each is for singular noun, but in this case, in this sentence, we can find a plural noun, chapters. So that's why this sentence has an asterisk because chapters must be only chapter without S. Okay, have a look at the table. Keywords for singular and plural nouns. For singular nouns, we have each, every, single, one, and a. For plural nouns, there are both, too, many, several, and various. Okay, we go on to the next. The last lesson of today's explanation. Scale 20, countable and uncountable nouns. They have taken much trips recently. There was not many water in the pool. Have a look at those sentences, those examples. Those two sentences have asterisk. For the first example, much is for uncountable noun. But in this sentence, must is followed by countable noun. That's why we can find an error for this sentence, that is much. So much must be many, not much, because much must be followed by uncountable noun. For the second one, there was not many water in the pool. Many is an expression of quantity for countable noun, while water is uncountable noun, so that's why we can find an asterisk. Many must be much water in the pool. That's why this is considered incorrect sentence, because you cannot use many before water. Many is for countable noun, while water is uncountable noun. So many must be much. Have a look at the table. Keywords for countable and uncountable nouns. For countable nouns, there are many, number, few, and fewer. For uncountable nouns, there are much, amount, little, and less. Hopefully, you are following my explanation and it is clear. If it is not clear, you can ask me by writing your question in the comment box below the video. Thank you. That's it. My explanations for today. Hopefully, we can meet again in the next video. And please don't forget to study. Please keep healthy and safe at home. Thank you for your nice attention. At last, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.